B. Nexus to an official proceeding. As described above, by mid-June 2017, the existence of a grand jury investigation supervised by the special counsel was public knowledge. In addition, in July 2017, a different grand jury supervised by the special counsel was impaneled in the District of Columbia, and the press reported on the existence of this grand jury in early August 2017. Whether the conduct towards the Attorney General would have a foreseeable impact on those proceedings turns on much of the same evidence discussed above with respect to the obtrusive act element. C. Intent. There is evidence that at least one purpose of the president's conduct towards Sessions was to have Sessions assume control over the Russia investigation and supervise it in a way that would restrict its scope. By the summer of 2017, the president was aware that the special counsel was investigating him personally for obstructions of justice. And in the wake of the disclosure of emails about the June 9 meeting between Russians and senior members of the campaign, see Volume 2, Section 2.g, Supra, it was evident that the investigation into the campaign now included the president's son, son-in-law, and former campaign manager. The president had previously and unsuccessfully sought to have Sessions publicly announce that the special counsel investigation would be confined to future election interference. Yet Sessions remained recused. In December 2017, shortly after Flynn pleaded guilty, the president spoke to Sessions in the Oval Office with only Porter present and told Sessions that he would be a hero if he unrecused. Porter linked that request to the president's desire that Sessions take back supervision of the Russia investigation and direct an investigation of Hillary Clinton. The president said that in that meeting that he just wanted to be treated fairly, in which could reflect his perception that it was unfair that he was being investigated while Hillary Clinton was not. But a principal effect of the act would be to restore supervision of the Russia investigation to the Attorney General, a position that the president frequently suggested should be occupied by someone like Eric Holder and Bobby Kennedy, who the president described as protecting their presidents. A reasonable inference from those statements and the president's actions is that the president believed that an unrecused Attorney General would play a protective role and could shield the president from the ongoing Russia investigation. 1. The president orders McGahn to deny that the president tried to fire the special counsel. Overview. In late January 2018, the media reported that in June 2017, the president had ordered McGahn to have the special counsel fired based on purported conflicts of interest, but McGahn had refused, saying he would quit instead. After the story broke, the president, through his personal counsel and 2 aides, sought to have McGahn deny that he had been directed to remove the special counsel. Each time he was approached, McGahn responded that he would not refute the press accounts because they were accurate in reporting the president's effort to have the special counsel removed. The president later personally met with McGahn in the Oval Office with only the chief of staff present and tried to get McGahn to say that the president had never ordered him to fire the special counsel. McGahn refused and insisted his memory of the president's direction to remove the special counsel was accurate. In that same meeting, the president challenged McGahn for taking notes of his discussions with the president and asked why he told special counsel investigators that he had been directed to have the special counsel removed. Evidence. 1. The press reports that the president tried to fire the special counsel. On January 25, 2018, the New York Times reported that in June 2017, the president had ordered McGahn to have the Department of Justice fire the special counsel. According to the article, amid the first wave of news reports that Mr. Mueller was examining a possible obstruction case, the president began to argue that Mr. Mueller had 3 conflicts of interest that disqualified him from overseeing the investigation. The article further reported that after receiving the president's order to fire Mr. Mueller, the White House counsel refused to ask the Justice Department to dismiss the special counsel, saying that he would quit instead. The article stated that the president ultimately backed down after the White House counsel threatened to resign rather than carry out the directive. After the article was published, the president dismissed the story when asked about it by reporters, saying, "Fake news, folks, fake news, a typical New York Times fake story." The next day, the Washington Post reported on the same event, but added that McGahn had not told the president directly that he intended to resign, rather than carry out the directive to have the special counsel terminated. In that respect, the Post story clarified the Times story, which could be read to suggest that McGahn had told the president of his intention to quit, causing the president to back down in order to have the special counsel fired. 2. The president seeks to have McGahn dispute the press reports. On January 26, 2018, the president's personal counsel called McGahn's attorney and said that the president wanted McGahn to put a statement denying that he had been asked to fire the special counsel and that he had threatened to quit in protest. McGahn's attorney spoke with McGahn about the request and then called the president's personal counsel to relay that McGahn would not make a statement. McGahn's attorney informed the president's personal counsel that the Times story was accurate in reporting that the president wanted the special counsel removed. Accordingly, McGahn's attorney said, although the article was inaccurate in some other respects, McGahn would not comply with the president's request to dispute the story. Hicks recalled relaying to the president that one of his attorneys had spoken to McGahn's attorney about the issue. Also, on January 26, 2017, Hicks recalled that the president asked Sanders to contact McGahn about the story. McGahn told Sanders there was no need to respond and indicated that some of the article was accurate. Consistent with the position, McGahn did not correct the Times story. On February 4, 2018, Priebus appeared on Meet the Press and said he had not heard the president say he wanted the special counsel fired. After Priebus's appearance, the president called Priebus and told him he did a great job on Meet the Press. The president also told Priebus that the president had never said any of those things about the special counsel. The next day, on February 5, 2018, the president complained about the Times article to Porter. The president told Porter that the article was bullshit and that he had not sought to terminate the special counsel. The president said that McGahn leaked to the media to make himself look good. The president then directed Porter to tell McGahn to create a record to make clear that the president never directed McGahn. Clear that the president never directed McGahn to fire the special counsel. Porter thought the matter should be handled by the White House communications officer, but the president said he wanted McGahn to write the letter to the file for our records and wanted something beyond a press statement to demonstrate that the reporting was inaccurate. The president referred to McGahn as a lying bastard and said that he wanted a record from him. Porter recalled that the president saying something to the effect of, "If he doesn't write a letter, then maybe I'll have to get rid of him." Later that day, Porter spoke to McGahn to deliver the president's message. Porter told McGahn that he had to write a letter to dispute that he was ordered to terminate the special counsel. McGahn shrugged off the request, explaining that the media reports were true. McGahn told Porter that the president had been insisted on firing the special counsel, and that McGahn had planned to resign rather than carry out the order, although he had not personally told the president he intended to quit. Porter told McGahn that the president suggested that McGahn would be fired if he did not write the letter. McGahn dismissed the threat, saying that optics would be terrible if the president followed through with firing him on that basis. McGahn said he would not write the letter the president had requested. Porter had said that, to his knowledge, the issue of McGahn's letter never came up with the president again, but Porter did recall telling Kelly about his conversation with McGahn. The next day, on February 6, 2018, Kelly scheduled time for McGahn to meet with him and the president in the Oval Office to discuss the Times article. The morning of the meeting, the president's personal counsel called McGahn's attorney and said that the president was going to be speaking with McGahn, and McGahn could not resign no matter what happened in the meeting. The president began the Oval Office meeting by telling McGahn that the New York Times story did not look good, and McGahn needed to correct it. McGahn recalled the president said, "I never said to fire Mueller. I never said fire. This story doesn't look good. You need to correct this. You're the White House counsel." In response, McGahn acknowledged that he had not told the president directly that he planned to resign, but that the story was otherwise accurate. The president asked McGahn, "Did I say the word fire?" McGahn responded, "What you said is, call Rod Rodenstein, Tell Rod that Mueller has conflicts that can't be the special counsel. The president responded, "I never said that." The president said he merely wanted McGahn to raise the conflicts issue with Rosenstein and leave it to him to decide what to do. McGahn told the president that he did not understand the conversation that way and instead heard, "Call Rod, there are conflicts, Mueller has to go." The president asked McGahn whether he would do a correction, and McGahn said no. McGahn thought the president was testing his mettle to see how committed McGahn was to what happened. Kelly described the meeting as a little tense.